What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another video review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Son Goku as he appeared in the Dragonball Daima anime. And this is a figure initially I wasn't planning on getting, but after I was looking at it online in the pictures, I'll tell you this, I really do like how the art style was translated into the figure, because I'm going to tell you this right now, even before we get into this. This might end up replacing my base mode Goku in my display, because you'll see when I compare it to the one I have currently, which is, I believe, the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. I don't know, I just like the proportions better on this. You'll see everything like that. But overall, again, like I said, this is how he appeared in the Dragon Ball Daima anime. We're not going to get too into the details yet, because obviously say that for the review, and you can actually see the figure on screen. So, taking a look at the box here, you can see the very nice, Son Goku Daima here on the side. You can see the very nice product shot here of Goku as he appeared in the show, and then you can see the very nice logos. You see the Tamashii Nations, you see the toy animation right down there, right? You see the Dragon Ball Daima logo, the Tamashii Nations logo again, the Bandai logo. Some more nice product shots here on the side with the Son Goku Daima on the side as well. Some more nice text here, the Son Goku Daima as it was appeared here, just a bit smaller, and then your obligatory product shots here on the back. So you can see he looks very, very nice. And as per usual, just like Bandai, Hasbro does it, I think that Bandai kills it with the packaging. And so, without further ado, alrighty folks, here we have the SH Figuarts Son Goku as he appeared in the Dragon Ball Daima anime, the adult version, out of the box. And I gotta say, guys, like I told you, this guy looks really, really good. I don't know why, I just really like the proportions and how his gi looks and everything like that. He just looks really, really cool. Now, for those of you who don't know, Daima is set in the time period between Battle of Gods, so before Beerus, and after Majin Buu. So that's when this occurs. So looks really, really good overall. I'm taking a look at the details here. The one major thing you can see with this Goku, especially when you compare it to the Saiyan one, is that the Saiyan Raised on Earth one, is that the edges on his face are really soft. They're softer, so they've been softened. Now, when you look at I don't remember the artist, the main animator artist who did the Daima anime, but you can definitely tell he definitely went and made all of the characters have more softer edges instead of the maybe more harsh ones from Dragon Ball Z. Don't get me wrong, Dragon Ball Z will always be goated in my opinion, but at the end of the day, I can't deny that I did like sort of the softer edges that they gave the characters in terms of their designs when they went into Diamond. Obviously, they had to do that, also given the fact that they turned everyone into children in the show, but at the same time, I just do like how this looks. You can see the face looks really good, details are awesome, the eyes look really nice. The lines under the eyes as well. The smile looks really, really good. Get the focus there. But yeah, I think the head looks really good. And going down here, I just really like how the gi looks. I like all the proportions. I like how the gi is a bit wider here. I just like this design. I like the shoes as well. His fighting boots. They look good with just the red and the blue. Turning around here on the back. I just think he looks, I don't know what to me, why this is so visually appealing to me. Maybe I just like the softer everything, but I do think he just looks really, really good. When it comes to the details, I have no major issues with it. And when I'm looking at him in the show and I'm comparing it to the actual figure, it's pretty much one-to-one. Like, I have, again, no major complaints with how he actually visually looks, because I think he looks really, really good. And so, what we're going to do is we are going to set Mr. Goku off to the side here, and we are going to do our usual size comparisons. First comparison here he is with the Transformers Legacy United and Fernac Universe Deluxe Class Magnus. As you can see, he's a bit taller than an average deluxe size Transformer, and that's about the scale that we're going to go with here. I really do like it. Scale's just fine. Just to give you an idea, if you don't really collect Dragon Ball, you just want a general idea of how tall this guy is, there's a general idea. Alrighty, folks, here he is with the Vegeta figure. God, off the top of my head, for some reason, I can't remember which figure this was, but I just use this as my base form Vegeta, and I do think they look good alongside of each other, but especially when you're comparing the faces, you can definitely see the Vegeta has much harsher angles. I don't know, there's much more edge to him, especially when you're thinking that this is how he appeared in Z. But I'm just giving you guys an idea that this is, you have, even in Super too, they have more of these harsh, very, the edges to them, and they're much more crass, I guess, in that way. But these two still look really good together. I don't know if I'm going to replace my Vegeta. I think I might end up doing that as well, and you'll see that in actually the next comparison. And here he is with his best friend. Here he is with the Dragon Ball Daima Vegeta. Now when it comes to the Daima Vegeta, again, just like Goku, I just kind of like his proportions. I like his colors. I like how softer his face is. We're gonna maybe adjust him a little more like this, get his chest puffed out a bit more, how he will appear a bit more. And obviously he's a teeny bit shorter than the other Vegeta I just showed you. But overall, these two look really, really good together. And like I said, this is where I genuinely think I might replace both of my Goku and Vegeta base forms with these two, because again, I just think they look really, really good. I like the colors, I like their proportions, they feel really good. Overall, it's not like I'm saying that the other two figures are terrible. No, they're great figures as well. It's just personal preference, right? We'll see in the future if that's what I end up doing, but that's probably where I'm going to go for the time being. But again, when it comes to the size comparison, these two look great together. Vegeta's always been shorter than Goku, about maybe half a head or so. So yeah. And finally, folks, here he is with the SH Figuarts, Dragon Ball Z raised on Saiyan raised on Earth, Son Goku. Like I told you, I don't know why. I think the Saiyan raised on Earth Goku is just a tad bit taller, but I don't know what it is about this Goku here on the left, the new Daima one, that just appeals to me a bit more. I do wish he came with a more smiling face like this Goku did, and maybe a couple different hands. But the smiling face that he has currently on the Daima Goku looks really, really solid. I don't know. It's just there's something about this Daima Goku that just feels a bit better. I don't know, maybe there's something about the other Goku's arms, maybe, towards his shoulders that don't look right to me. I don't know. I like the shoes a bit better, too. I like how they're more rounded. Now, again, that's how they appeared in the show. And the same thing for Goku. That's how they appeared in Dragon Ball Z for the Saiyan Raised on Earth one. But I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below about this Daima Goku versus like the Saiyan Raised on Earth one, or whatever other Goku you have in your collection. I don't know. It's tough, but for some reason I just like how the new Daima Goku looks a bit better than the original Saiyan Raised on Earth Son Goku. So we'll see how this goes. But not that either figure, you can't go wrong with either figure in my opinion. And maybe it's just personal preference, like I said. Alrighty, folks, it's time to get into the articulation. And for the articulation, I think he's really, really solid. There's nothing that he does really better than any of the other Gokus that we've gotten in the past, but he doesn't do anything worse either. So, you have butterfly joints here. They're not the biggest because of the way that the clothes are designed, but you do get a full 360 here at the shoulder, more than 90 at the elbow, and then obviously you can swivel here at the upper part of the bicep, and then your wrists are also on ball joints as well. Head does a full 360. You can look down about that far. You can look up about that far. You can do this head tilts as well because you have the joint at the base of the neck and then the joint at the top of the neck as well. For the waist, you can obviously turn and twist and stuff like that. You can do a full 360, but I'm just not going to do it. But you can do a full 360. Just maybe the gi here on the bottom blocks it a little bit, but you can kick forward about that far, kick back about that far, and that's where the this has a little bit of an issue. Sometimes this gets in the way because it is a pretty tight joint, but overall, not too bad. Then you have more than 90 at the knee, rotation here at the upper part of the thigh, and then you have ankle rocker as well because this is on the ball joints. Overall, when it comes to the articulation, I had no problems with that, and you'll see me put him into some nice poses for the pictures and stuff like that. And even for the sort of end screen, you'll definitely see that when I do the conclusion. But overall, when it comes to the articulation, nothing crazy, nothing that we haven't seen before, but it's pretty standard, and it's really solid. Alrighty, folks, and it's time to get into the accessories, as most of sort of the baseline over-the-counter SH Figuarts releases will come with. And so, he comes with a nice amount of stuff, nothing crazy, but the one thing that I do, there's two accessories in particular that you can see in the back there that I'm really a big fan of. But, comes with your standard hands, so he comes with the standard Goku fighting pose hands that are really, really solid, look really, really good, can't complain about those. And if you're wondering how to change them out, very simply, you grab Goku, you rip off a fist, then you put one on. It is as simple as that, and these go on relatively easily. There you go. And then you can have Goku with a new hand. But yeah, very, very simple. Nothing crazy, but they do look really nice, and I'm very happy with them. Nice molded in detail, nice paint. Can't really complain in that sense. Then from there, you also get the other hands. You get sort of the blast effect hands or the blaster hands. You can use these for fighting poses as well, but obviously they're meant for blasting hands. And then you have these ones which can be used for more fighting pose hands, but also to recreate a Kamehameha. So, well, there goes one of the hands below the tripod, of course. But there we go. Yeah, I do think these look solid as well. They're more grippier than the blast hands. Then he comes with some faces. He comes with a side-looking angry face, like he's in the middle of combat. That looks really, really good. I really like how these faces look. I think they look fantastic. And then he comes with a sort of more getting ready to fight, like stoic, very like sort of getting ready for battle face. This looks good as well. Let's see if we can get to focus. Get to focus, please. There we go. That looks a bit better. Looks really good there. And then finally, he comes with his standard screaming face, and this looks really good as well. I just really like the detail on it, and I think it looks fantastic. Now, to change it out, I'll actually show you with this hairpiece. So this hairpiece, it's sort of like a flowy hairpiece when Goku, charges up his ki or he's mid-flight, fighting in the mid-air. To change it out, and it's the same with his regular hairpiece. All you have to do is remove the top. Now, these two hairpieces, the one up there and the one on here, are actually slightly different in their thickness. So this one, as I drop it again, is very clearly meant to go on this one, and you'll feel it when you start to put them in to their 3 pegs. You have 3 pegs there, 3 peg holes, and you have 3 pegs there to peg it in. But very simple, so you will take that off. You can see where it pegs in right there at the top of the head, towards the top of the head. You just remove that as so, then you remove this part, and then you can take your face. You have 2 pegs right there, and then you have, again, man, I'm dropping stuff today, Jesus Christ. You have the 2 peg holes right there. And then you can just peg those in like so. And then you can take this part and then peg that in like so. And you can see this looks really cool. It's just nice to have like this option to have this face. Now he looks more like a kid in this because of how his hair is. But overall, I think that the fact that they have this looks really, really neat. So overall, when it comes to the flowy hairpiece, you'll see that more in the photos that I'll end up using, but looks really, really good. You can even use it for like just him charging up ki. The other part that's really cool is this is a more flowy gi, very similar to how this is, right? You have a flowy hairpiece, so you have a flowy gi, when he charges up his ki, when he's midair fighting, as they show on the back of the box and stuff like that. So to change that out, what you're going to do is very easily, you can just split Goku in half. You remove the blue belt, then you remove this, and all you have to do is put this back on. Then you'll have 2 little slots here. You can see those 2 little slots there, and then you have the 2 pegs right there, and then those will just sort of slide right into those peg holes right there. Peg that on, and then you can take Goku, and then you can just plug that back in, and now he has a flowy gi, which you can use for power-up poses. So what you can do is, like, I'll even just show you one that I'll probably end up putting in. So you remove that, then you set that off to the side, then you can remove this very easily. Then we'll take this piece, and then we will remove the front. I like to just peg this on first, like that, just makes it easier. Then you can I'll take the yelling face. Where's the yelling face? Right there. We'll plug that in like so. Come on. Hey, line up. There we go. We'll take this, plug that in, and then you can have him, like charging up his ki. And that looks really, really cool. So overall, when it comes to how this guy looks in terms of the visuals and with all the accessories, I think they're all really well done. It's nothing crazy, but the fact that they added like this hairpiece and this bumps this up a bit in my opinion. So overall, really solid amount of accessories. Pretty standard for an SH Figuarts. But the addition of the sort of 2 extra things that we usually don't get is really, really cool. So overall, I am very, very happy. Alrighty guys, for my final and concluding thoughts on the SH Figuarts Son Goku as he appeared in the Dragonball Daima anime, this guy looks really, really good. Again, like I told you, I don't know what it is about this. I think it really is the proportions of this guy that just make me really like how he looks in comparison to the Saiyan Raised on Earth one. I also just really like the art style that they used in Daima. They sort of, the main artist, animator, I wish I remembered his name. I definitely knew it at one point, but off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you for the life of me. But I like how he kind of took, the very obviously tried and true Goku design that we saw, throughout Z and through Super, and they sort of softened the edges. They sort of made him a bit more, he looks, I'm not trying to say this in a weird way. He looks cuter, right? He kind of looks like, they took, we had like chunky Pikachu, and then they made Pikachu into more slimmer and stuff like that. He kind of resembles like going the reverse direction, where they had a slimmer Pikachu, and they made him a bit chunkier, and a bit maybe more cutesy at the end of the day. I'm not saying he's cute, but I do like how they sort of softened everything. They made his shoes round instead of pointy. They make his gi a little more rounder. They made him a little more rounded. They just sort of softened everything. And again, I like the proportions, and I like how the figure looks. The only drawback I'll say with this figure is it's not amazing, right? The articulation is very standard. He's very standard. Now, as a Goku release, he should be very standard, but that doesn't mean that I won't still criticize that. You know, the fact is he's very bog standard. But what I will say takes this figure up a little bit more than the regular release is definitely in the accessories department. When it comes to the accessories, the fact that he comes with like that flowy gi and the flowy hair part, that's really, really cool. Sure, he comes with the standard hands, the standard faces, but at the end of the day, that's really cool, and I really do like it, and I think all the details are really, really nice. I like the fact that you can actually have him go into sort of a key charging pose while having a bit more key charging parts on him, right? Like, it's cool to have the hair, to have the gi, bottom half like that. I just think it's really, really nice. And so overall, out of a 10, I'm going to give this guy an 8. And for 35 bucks, I really think it is a solid investment. I think it's a solid release. And I have, you know, the price doesn't really change anything. You can find this at your local Walmart, your local Target, stuff like that. I think that's cool. And so overall, would I recommend this figure? Yeah, I would. I think he's a really solid, like, if you haven't picked up this guy, this is a really solid base Goku just to have in your collection. And like I told you, I'm considering swapping this Goku out instead, and to have this guy as the definitive base form Goku. Now, he doesn't have the logo, obviously, you know, the gi logo, the Turtle School logo on his chest, but still really, really happy with this release. So I did pick mine up on the Big Bad Toy Store, so leave a link in the description to that. I'll also leave links down below to Amazon, as well as in other retailers if I can find them, maybe a Walmart or a Target or something like that, maybe another retailer that you guys can pick this guy up as well. And definitely be on the lookout IRL, because this guy is hitting your store shelves, if not already. I've seen him a few times, and I definitely regret not picking him up and waiting for Big Bad Toy Store to get him in. I wish I picked him up there, but look at your Targets, look at your Walmarts. I've seen plenty of this guy around, so definitely wish you the best of luck and happy hunting IRL if you decide to do that. And so, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video review, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.